So we're gonna start with I guess with the three products in my C palette. I don't even know if I can even tell you still what these are. Probably I'll have an issue and I will have to annotate it. But I have this Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter. This was just a sample, obviously. It's relatively small. I had this in, I got this someplace. Where did I get this? A friend? I don't know. I will annotate what color it is. It is quite nice. It is light enough for me, so I'm going to keep this highlighter. Then I have the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush. This is another product where I don't remember which color it is. I had to take it out because it fell. I dropped this by accident when I dropped my entire makeup bag at the gym. And the packaging broke. And as you can see, some of the product actually fell out and broke as well. So this is what I could salvage. I didn't even bother repressing the bits and pieces that were broken off. I just figured, you know what, this is good. It didn't touch the floor or anything. I'm going to use this one. And I do like the color a lot. Let me give you a swatch. I might have to get some makeup wipes. But this is it. Let me do it that way. As you can see, this is a nice natural swatch. Please ignore the dry patches on my skin. The weather is awful here. It is a constant mix between sunny and warm, and then snow as well. So I don't even know. And then I have this Ofra blush here. This is a more nudie warm tone. I'll just put this right under. This to me is more of a bronzer, to be honest. But it can work as a very natural blush, so I'm going to keep this one as well. I might throw some of these into my use up for the year, because I'm fairly certain that I can use up this and also the highlighter if I would set my mind to it. Then for combination products, I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in Dulce de Leche. I have not even opened this yet, so this is going to stay. I also have the Essence Gorgeous Glow face palette. This is awesome. I love this. These are the shades. It's warm toned, and yeah. Let me swatch them. So the bronzer shade is matte. Might be a hint satiny, but no, I think it's really matte. The blush has a little bit of a sheen to it. There you go. These are awesome shades. I do like this. It is easy to go if I'm going someplace. This is a good product to take along because I have all three products in one. And on top of that, it comes with a nice big mirror. So yeah, I'm totally okay with this one. I do like this a lot. Then I have my Pixie by Petra Beauty Blush Duo in Peach Honey. This is it. I hope you can see that I do like this. I don't think it's a blush really. It's more of a blush topper. You can barely see this on my skin. So yeah, I think this is more of a blush topper. Or if I want a very, very natural blush, it works for that as well. But this is nice. I think that was my first Pixie product too. Then I have the Ulta Blush and Bronzer Duo in Splendor and Bronzer. This is it. This is really nice. On camera, the blush comes off as a little more cool toned pink than it actually is. I'm going to keep this because this is, again, a nice product, and I do like using them. What I don't like is that they're both in one pan. There's no separator whatsoever between the blush and the bronzer, which makes it hard to only pick up one. But I can make do with a smaller brush, and that's what I'm doing with this. Then another Ulta product. This is supposedly a blush duo, but not for me. This is Fresh Glow and a nude pink. It's a very nudie blush. I'll just push it down here. So this is is a very nudie blush. Again, very, very neutral and natural. But I do like this. And then Fresh Glow. Let's do it here. Like I said, I think this is supposed to be a highlighter, but I'm not sure. It might work as a highlighter. It might work as one. So there is that. I am torn about this one, to be honest, because it's not 100% what I like. So I'm going to set this aside for a later decision. I have my Urban Decay Naked Flush palette in Native. I've mentioned this before. It's an okay product. I just don't like the blush. The blush right here does not work at all for me. It's horrible. It doesn't look right on me. It's just way too cool toned. The bronzer and the highlighter are okay. I am trying to hit pan on this for Drop 10 by Summer on both of these. So we'll see what happens, if I can make it or not. If I have hit pan on this, I might declutter this then after. But for the time being, I'm not sure. I have this on as a bronzer and as a highlight today. Don't know if you can see this. It's a very, very natural highlight, especially blended in. So for me, this is it's an okay product. Would I purchase this again, knowing what I know about it? No, definitely not, because the blush alone I don't use. So I could have gone with a different trio, with a different Naked Flush palette, and I would have probably gotten more out of it. And then I have the e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzing powder in the shade Saint Lucia. This is a shimmery bronzer and a shimmery blush. It's nice. I don't use it enough. I have to actually use this more often. So I don't use this often enough, to be honest, but I've only had this for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I'm gonna keep this. And no, actually, no, I've had this for 2 years. So I'm still gonna keep it. It's a powder product. It's not gonna go bad. We'll see what happens. Going on to individual bronzers, I don't have too many of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to start with the one cream bronzer that I do have. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Stick in the shade Oaks on You. This is it. I've used this a few times. I need to try and play around with this more often. But truth be told, I tend to forget about cream, bronzing, highlighting, blush type products. I just forget about them, and then after I've applied my powder, it's too late. So I need to actually play around with this a bit more. But I'm going to keep it. Then I have the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I've had this for a few months now. I haven't opened this yet because I have other bronzers open that I'm trying to work on, like the Naked Flushed Palette Bronzer, for example. And since I want that palette out of my collection, I'm not going to touch this until I've removed one of those bigger items. But so I still have the old packaging. They've just redone their packaging. I like this one better, to be honest. This is quite neat. This is a very, very nice bronzer for me, my skin tone. The scent alone. So there it is. Just lightly swiped over it. And this will just work well because it does blend so well. So I can't wait to be playing with this, but like I said, first the Naked Flush needs to be out of my collection. Then I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It still has that coconutty scent here. I like this, but I don't use it often enough, which annoys me a lot. I'm going to keep this nonetheless. Then I have my Tarte Park Avenue Princess Matte Bronzer. I have hit pan on this. I had this in a project pan, and I'm very glad that I've hit pan on this, but it just takes so long. Why does it take so long? This is an amazing product, and it just takes ages. I'm going to keep this for obvious reasons. I do like this a lot. In fact, I like this more than the little sample size of the shimmering bronzer that I have from Tarte, the Park Avenue Princess one. But I have this, and I might as well use this, so I alternate. This I have in my makeup bag right now, to be very honest with you. I don't use it often because I am trying to hit pan on the Naked Flushed palette bronzer section, but it's quite nice. So I'm gonna keep this one as well. This is not going well, is it? I've decluttered one, I have two that I need to think about. This isn't going well at all. But yeah. I have a travel size of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Moonstone. I do like this. This might be a tad bit too dark for me, especially in winter or if I wear lighter foundations. But this is quite nice and it's fun to use. Then I have the Alverdi Rose Tinted Highlighter. This comes with a doe foot applicator. Now, this is light enough for me, but it's just so cool toned. I don't like this. On my skin, I don't like this. The idea is awesome. If this was warm toned, I would totally keep this. Don't think it still smells the same. So, I'm going to declutter this simply because I don't reach for this because it is a rosy highlight. It's a very cool tone highlight. It looks nice, but I don't use it. I need to get rid of it. I have a Tarte highlight. I have the Tarte highlight, the Amazonian Clay highlighter in the shade Stunner. This is it. As you can see, I have used this quite a bit. I like this quite a bit, and I'm going to keep this. This is just nice. Let me swatch this for you. So this is on my finger, and do you see that sheen? This is just so pretty. It's right there. There. Then I have a YouTube favorite. It's another YouTube made me buy it product, to be honest. It's the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana bronzer. Not really, but this is it. I have hit pan on it. I do like this quite a bit. It is a very, very subtle highlight. I can almost use this as an all over face product because I am pale enough for this. Would I do it? No, I wouldn't, because I am more of a oily combination skin person. So this is going to stay in because I figure, I can use this one up eventually. Not this year. Not this year, but I can work on this. It's quite nice. And I do like this, and I wouldn't get rid of it because it's just so freaking hard to find here in the area, in the stores. There's always an open spot. It's like the empty spot in Wet n Wild almost always is this. And a few other products too, but this is hardly ever there. So I'm going to keep this. Next up, I have my e.l.f. Illuminating Palette. This is, oops, pardon me. This is it. And I do like this. Now, the right now, I would say the top two rows are not necessarily highlighters for me. They are more blush toppers, but they are pretty damn nice. So I'm going to keep all of them. And I might have to pull them into a makeup bag or makeup basket soon because I want to play around with them again. Then, let me get rid of these three here. Let me show these. Not get rid of them. So I have a friend who saw the struggle to find this product. And when I say this product, I mean the Wet n Wild Rainbow Highlighter in Unicorn Glow. And I had a hard time finding it. I absolutely love this product. This is also in my current makeup bag. And she got me two more. This is just, I love this. I'm glad that I will not be running out of this anytime soon. And I'm going to keep my backups. And I'm going to keep this. Yes, this might be a little crazy because it's a unicorn rainbow highlighter. but oh gosh, here. It's just so pretty. I love using this. I try to apply this so that you can actually see the rainbow stripes on my cheekbone if you really want to pay attention to it. It's really nice. It's fun to use. I've worn this to the office I don't know how many times. It's fun. It's great. I'm not going to pass this along. This again goes back into my makeup bag, and I'll be very happy about this. Then I have another Wet n Wild Color Icon Rainbow Highlighter. This is in Everlasting Glow. This is a product that I did not even know it existed until Kathrin, who got me the 2 extras for the Unicorn Glow highlighter, got me this. And this also is really, really pretty. I can't really show you a swipe. Maybe I can. Okay, so this is it on my finger. Oh, mercies. Schau meine Hand. Danke. And this is it on my hand, swatched. Now, this is not a perfect swatch by all means, especially because I've used quite a bit, and I would blend this out on my cheek, of course. But this is gorgeous. I love this. Okay. So you can have my hand back. Next up, let's go with this. Pardon me. Next up, I have my Connie Naturals Botanicals. Almost close enough. Next up, I have my Connie Botanicals Galaxy Milk Illuminating Beauty Oil. This is it. This came in my Petit Bourre box quite a few months ago. I like this a lot. This is a gorgeous, very, very light highlighter. This one works on my skin tone no matter what. If all else fails, this one does it. This one works. This one is light enough. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is not glittery. It's a sheen. It's a wet sheen on my skin. It is a white gold. Gorgeous. If this came in a powder form, I would be over the moon. I would be happy. This is awesome. Then I also have an essence highlighter here. This was a limited edition product quite a while back. It's from their Cinderella collection. The highlighter in the shade of the Glass Slipper. You've seen this if you've been watching my videos for quite a while. I had this in a project pan where I wanted to hit a pan on it, and I did that. This is a very nice white highlighter. It has a bit of a silvery sheen to it, which technically would be too cool toned for me, but this is just way too pretty. I mean, look at the roses, the flowers imprinted on this. I'm not gonna pass this along. Hell no. Let me see. I have 3 more highlighters here in front of me. I hope I can show them without having too many issues considering I'm cuddling the baby. I have my one and only Ofra highlighter here. It is in the shade Blissful, and it is this nice guy here. I haven't worn this yet. I've got this recently, relatively recently, half a year ago, give or take. This is in my products I haven't used yet but need to try out desperately drawer. It is a bit warm toned and well, it's warm toned, but it's a bit dark for me. But I think I can make this work because this is so light reflective. So I think I can make this work if I do a very good job blending it into my blush. I need to check this out, and then I can make up my mind about this. But yeah, I'll keep this, of course. And then I have a Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed in the shade Prosecco Pop. And here it is. Let me see. I always forget which side it opens on. Now, good lord, kiddo, help me out here. This is it. This is another one of those where I have to try if it's not maybe too dark for me. This is in the same drawer as the Oprah one. The Prosecco Pop highlighter from Becca might be a bit dark for me. So, I don't know if you can see it right here. It might not do a very good job as a highlighter for me because it is so dark. I have to try and see. And then make up my mind. I don't know how I ended up with those dark highlighters, but it happened. Oh well. So there's that. And then my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in that glow. I've used this. I like this. And wouldn't pass it on. If you can see this, recently swatched is this one. This is never ever a highlight for me. This might be an eyeshadow for me. An all over shade. Same goes for this. This might be a bit too dark as well. But these two here are gorgeous highlights on me. Now, this is this shade here. It might work. It might. This is the lower one here. This one. This might work as a highlight. I have to actually go and try this. But the other two I know are gorgeous, so nope, I'm not gonna pass this along. This is, gosh, getting this was so difficult and so much of a pain in the behind. I'm glad I have this. So these are my highlighters. I think I'm going to put the blushes in a separate video simply because I have a ton of blushes compared to everything else. They're all in this box here. So yeah, I'll do this in a separate video. So that was it for now. And I do hope you enjoyed this not very successful declutter. I do have those two products I need to think about. Maybe I'll pull them in and decide based off a makeup basket what I'm going to do with them. I've decluttered two products only, and then like I said, I have these two that I need to make up my mind about. I don't want to use this up. No, I don't want to use this one up. I'm going to declutter this. It's gone. Bye bye next day matte but not flat powder. I don't like it. It never looks right on me. So I might as well pass it along. This one, I don't know. I have to decide about this one. Maybe I'll just put all the products I need to decide on aside with this declutter and then go through everything and film a separate video on what I do with these. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and keep an eye out for my blush declutter, which I will film right after this. And if you aren't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button down below. I would appreciate it, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!